Hmm. We are going live with Jackie as soon as she comes back on, darling. Hey, Shelly. How's it going? Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. All right, chica. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. Hmm.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
All right,
I'm like an
so
old
first,
lady when it comes to technology.
no, girl, I had to wait to load it first,
Yeah, okay.
and then from the last video, and then thanks, Shelly. Um, I had to wait for it to load first,
Hmm.
and then upload, and then try to
Okay.
figure out why my live wasn't popping up right away. But
Good,
we figured it out.
good.
Okay, so for everyone wants to know, I'm talking to Jackie Watkins, amazing actress and model.
Thank you.
So right now, we're going to go into our next topics, and that is Black Lives Matter
Mm, yeah.
and celebrity influence. Okay? All right, you ready?
Yeah, definitely
So
ready.
in so in your opinion, because everything we talk about on all my lives when models
Mm,
talk is the sole opinion and thoughts of that particular person that is being interviewed.
okay.
So why is Black Lives Matter so important to you?
It's important to me because I'm one black.
Mm-hmm.
My husband or my future kids will be black.
I was about to say, hold on,
Mm.
she made me.
No, my ancestors are black. My family is black. We go through a lot.
Yeah,
We've been through a lot. And
yeah,
for the fact that it's not still, you know, represented like we haven't,
mm-hmm.
and not taken seriously that we haven't,
Mm-hmm.
and not being respected as cops and, racists are still out here to this day
Yeah,
doing whatever they want to us
mm-hmm.
is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's disrespectful, and I don't want to go out here because I've been through races as well, where it's just too much, and it needs to come to an end. I don't want my kids to live like this, and that's why it's important to me to fight for this.
Okay.
Nobody should go through this at all.
I I feel like a lot of people don't understand it until they actually go through it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, unless you are someone that is technically black,
Mm,
you really don't know
you don't.
or feel the feeling that we as black people go through when there is racism,
Mm,
when there is police brutality, because it's different,
it is.
and a lot of people don't understand that. And but I'm gonna let you speak on it. Go ahead, girl.
No, like you said, seriously, it's just too much. We've been through so much,
Mm-hmm.
and we going through a systematically racism government where
Mm-hmm.
they don't care about our lives. We're sitting here celebrating holidays that don't pertain to us.
Yeah.
That is not respected. We're representing a flag that doesn't agree with us.
Yeah. And
Cops
go ahead. But
Cops basically started out as a slave, you know, they started out as a slavery, protector. They took slaves. That's what they were known for.
mm-hmm.
They had to gather slaves. They had to take slaves.
Mm.
That's why police were out there. That's why people are trying to defund policing.
Mm.
So go ahead, say what you was going to say.
I kind of forgot.
No, like,
It was
yeah.
pertaining to something you said. Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
So when it comes to the holiday, the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, you go through school, you go through
Mm-hmm.
this whole process of learning about all this stuff, and you get the few people that catch on quick. Like, hold on, wait a minute, did this
Yeah.
person just like kill a whole mass of people? And why are we
Right.
celebrating that person again?
Exactly.
Like, but you have, like, even with like my kids, I share with them. I was like, you're going to learn certain things in school that are not 100% true.
True. It's not.
And it's your job, and my job as a parent, to say, don't, now you got to learn it, because that's how you're going to pass the test.
Yeah.
You got to learn that part, the lie, so you can pass the test. But it's up to you to actually take it a step further to find out the truth of what actually happened and figure out what you want to believe.
Yeah. It's our
Because,
job
again,
to educate.
yes. And
Educate our children.
And someone said, I forgot how I'm about to say this, but someone said that if you want to keep something from basically Black people, put it in a book.
Mm.
And there's so much truth to that, because a lot of people just don't read.
Nowadays.
I think a lot of people
Nowadays.
But it's terrible how, like me, me growing up, I ain't like to read at all. I could read, but
yeah, you just didn't like to
read until I started reading urban books. That's what made me actually really get interested in reading, because it was interesting. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have to read, I wouldn't read.
Yeah.
And literally in school. But at times I would pick up a book, and you find so much information in a book. A book I read taught me how to be fearless. I did not know how to be fearless until I read this particular book. It's by Joyce Meyer. I don't got the title right now, but I think it's Fearless. That's what it's called.
Fearless?
And, yes. And that actually changed me as a person. It really taught me to be fearless. And it took one book, me reading a book. But if I would have never opened up that book to educate myself, I would still be in that same space. Or it would have took me a whole lot longer to get out of that place.
Yeah. That's why it's so important to educate our kids and educate people in general that don't know.
Yes.
That don't know at all. And there's a lot of people who do want to learn, just don't know where to go.
Yes. That's Laura.
Oh, Laura.
Hello.
Hey, Laura. Yeah, it's a lot of people who don't know that we have to educate and have to really teach.
Yes.
Because they will never know. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. That goes into the point of what my school, Monco. I'm at community college now, and we have a whole discussion where we do, Black Lives Matter. And a lot of kids who aren't minorities don't know. They don't know anything. And they really want to learn. And we have resources. But, yeah, it's good. And they want to educate themselves, but they don't know how to confront or be into the moment or be into what is right or wrong. And we have to educate them within that.
I'm being mom, don't mind me.
No, it's fine.
They try, they always trying to come and sneak by while you're doing something. But yes, I agree on educating them. So as far as school is concerned, the school that you go to, is it predominantly Black, predominantly? White, a mixture, or what kind of school?
So I would say it's a mixture, but in the theater department, it's mostly it's mostly white.
So why do you
But
think that is, though, when it comes to acting?
um, I can't even answer that because, like, it's what people want to do, job wise, and Hollywood. It's Hollywood. I know within myself, when I went to HBCU, it's all black people. I can't, say otherwise. It was probably like 3 or 4, you know, whites who was in theater, and the minorities was the average of the community. But in this community school, it's way different. It's, I would say 10%, actually not even 10, probably like 5% minority, including myself. And I wouldn't say because it's not that we don't want to, it's just that it's
From what I'm hearing is you went to 2 different types of schools.
yeah,
One that was predominantly one particular
black.
race, or just and another one that was predominantly another race.
Yeah.
So, depending on the school, that's the amount of people you're going to see in that particular type of classroom.
Of course.
So, it makes sense. It makes sense because there's a lot of people in acting with a predominantly black school, but you have a predominantly white school. There's going to be more people that are white in that school. Well, in that acting class.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense. I just wanted to see if it was an issue with people not wanting to be a part of acting and seeing what was behind that versus, it's just school. And
I don't think it's an issue at all. It's just people go to different schools, and within the job, I don't think people really know really where to go. Like if you want to do acting, people usually go to like Temple or something like that. But community is not really the place to go.
And someone to commented, Akeisha, comment, hey girl, tuition costs may affect where certain people go. That's
exactly.
True.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
True.
Because I had a full scholarship at this community college because I lived in this area. If it wasn't for that, then. But when I went to Hampton, it was definitely a tuition. I had a $11,000 scholarship, and that only covered the first semester. Wow. And that was for theater. I had a scholarship for theater, and after that, they were like, "All right, what can you do? All right, bye." Like, if you don't have any money, you gotta go. And I'm like, "What? Wait." So tuition is definitely the reason as well.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so my next question is, so what are some, now I want to backtrack just a little bit. When all this stuff first started, right? What was your thought process? And when everything started coming out, as far as when it came to Black Lives Matter, around the pandemic time, though, when everything started hitting the fan. Because I saw that you were in a protest too. I want you to speak on those 2 things. Okay.
When it first started during the pandemic?
What was your thought process?
I was hurt. I was hurt that it had to come down to that. Because I don't know if you know, but like I've been fighting for this for years. I don't know. You can see on my social media too. I've been, Black Lives Matter since the beginning. And when it happened with George Floyd, I think that was the starting of a new revolution, and it helped open people's eyes, which I respect, and
Yeah.
I love that it did that. But it's sad that it took that to happen for people's eyes to open up, because I'm like, there's many people before that, and it
As many
hurts
people
me.
are after that.
And after, exactly, it hurts. It hurts. There's a list of names, and it's like Sandra Bland, and Breonna Taylor, and Trayvon Martin, and like even I got like a list of names: Eric Gardner, or John Crawford, Michael Brown, and it's just like I have like a list of names if you want to know.
Wow.
And it hurts me that it comes down to that, and that we went through hell being on the front lines. It was a lot of kids who DM'd me and said, I want to be there, but my parents won't let me. And I'm like, I'm glad they won't let you at the same time. Like, I want you to be there, but I'm glad they won't let you, because being out there is no joke. They will hurt you. They will actually harm. They don't care if you are a kid. Like, just like what you see on TV, like superheroes and stuff like that, they don't care if you're a kid. They will physically harm you if they see you as a threat. And it's a terrible feeling. It really is. And as a Black woman myself, knowing that I have to go through this and for the rest of my life, and my parents have to go through this, and my grandparents and my son or daughter will have to go through this. It physically is draining and it hurts, and I just want it to end, but it won't end until justice is served.
Yeah.
So we have to keep pressing on. We have to keep doing what we need to do. We have to keep protesting until it's done.
And I want to say this. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like if you're going to be out there, take this seriously. This is not a joke. This is not for people to go to a protest just to say, I went there, to put it on social media. This is not something, people are literally not only losing their lives, but we're down there. I would love to be there. I can't, nobody never tells me when something's going on. I never know. But maybe it's meant for me not to be down there.
It's
at the end of the day,
crazy.
I can just imagine myself running from, first of all, I'm going to be all the way down the block. Y'all going to still be there. I'm going to be all the way down the block. It's something happen. But I can only imagine, being a mother. I'm a mom of two boys. That I have to explain to my 7-year-old, because he's looking at certain things. He's like, well, why are they doing that? Why are they, like, he looks at things and he's like, well, why did they do that? Why did they just push that person? Why did they do this? And I have to explain. Sometimes I don't have the words to explain why people are so cruel. He's 7. He just thinks that everything is fun. It's fun time. My oldest, trying to explain to him the different things of what's going on, and trying to have him understand. Yes, I'm talking about you. They stand looking at me right now.
No.
Trying to explain to them. When this first started, my emotions were literally on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I was angry at times. I felt sad at times. I did not want to watch a video. I did not watch the George Floyd video.
I couldn't.
For at least months. The only reason I even got a chance to even watch it was because my niece sent it to me. And I said, and I told my sister, I was like, I don't want to watch it. And she just automatically sent it to me like recently. And I got mad all over again because I didn't know it was the video.
Yeah.
Until I started watching, I'm like, what's going on here? Because you watch so many things on YouTube. And don't get me wrong, there are things that happen today that are on YouTube or social media in general. And then all of a sudden, it's not 100% the full clip.
Yeah.
I really do need to see the full clip before I come up with this judgment, this anger, this bitterness, this energy of just negativity. I don't like to be negative. That makes me lose sleep. It drains me. So I just feel like a lot of people, it's very important that when you go out there and you even put up something pertaining to Black Lives Matter or whatever, take it seriously. We don't want to have it where you're just out there just to say, okay, I went to a protest.
Yeah.
Just so I can put it on my Instagram. I support.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Just
The joint's serious. It's serious. I was scared. To be honest, like, legit, I was scared for my life because they were out there shooting tear gas and stuff at us. And it made me more angry.
When was this? Like, when did you go?
The beginning. It was the first protest that, happened with George Floyd in Philly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was the first one. And, like, it was me and my friends. And shout out to Kay. I love him. That's my homie. We were out there and it was hectic. It was crowded. We were peaceful. It was very peaceful.
Okay.
And you can see exactly the people who were starting vandalism. And it wasn't our kind. And let me just say that.
Wow.
Wasn't our kind. It was people in all black. And you could tell that they had another motive to make it look differently.
Wow.
And there's a lot of people who wants to see us not win. I don't want to say too much on it, but you keep fighting for our rights, because that's basically what we're fighting for. We're fighting for our rights. Yeah. We're fighting for our kids' rights. We're fighting for our cousins.
Yep.
We're fighting for our nephews. We're fighting for, like, I can't imagine seeing. Yeah, I can't imagine seeing my nephew, my niece, or anybody out there who was just like that. Who had a cop on their neck like that for so long. For no reason. For just like a personal vendetta. Because that's exactly what it was. And it's really crazy to me that that they're moving their trial to next year.
What?
They are. They said 2021.
Wow. And they know we still got like 5 months left.
Exactly. So why are they moving it?
Wow.
They want people to forget about it. I don't know. It's just like Breonna Taylor. The cops aren't still, arrested. I don't know what they're waiting for. There's a lot of issues that I have and that I know we all have when it comes to Black lives. And if you don't agree, then you can buy off my fan page. You saw that? I had to catch myself. Like you can leave personally because it's personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is personal. This is real life. This is
Yeah.
what we go through. Like,
Yeah.
legit, go. Bye, sayonara, see you later. I do not respect you if you don't respect us.
Yeah.
And that's what Black Lives Matters is all about. It's not a all lives matter type thing. If all lives matter, then you would say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard for you to say that? I don't understand that.
And I find it baffling that people get upset about when you say Black Lives Matter. Why would that upset you?
It shouldn't.
Black lives do matter. That
Exactly.
shouldn't upset. If anything, you should say absolutely.
Yeah.
But you just have people that are just so ignorant and don't want to admit when they're wrong, or maybe their ancestors are wrong, or the people that they know are wrong. People will stay in a spot of because of not only ignorance, arrogance, ego, whatever you want to call it. I was just watching on YouTube. I don't know this guy's name, but no, on Instagram, and they said that he infiltrated the KKK or whatever. And what he did was he interviewed one of the head guys in the KKK. But and the guy from the KKK actually embraced him and would have him, first he used like basically intimidation when he first came around. But then after some time, they really became friends. And he stopped being in the KKK.
Wow.
He basically, so you right there, and there's a lot more to it. But
Yeah.
the crazy thing is, that's how you know it's something that's taught. It's a way that a generation has done it so long that that's the only way they see it as right. I was listening to, I was watching a documentary not too long ago, and they were interviewing a white woman, and they interviewed people that were descendants of slaves. That's like they were slaves; they were just older. And they asked her, they was like, "So how did you think the slaves, like how they felt about being slaves?" And she was like, "My slaves were happy. They were happy to be here. They were always happy." And she at this time, she had to be like maybe around 6 or 7.
Okay.
So, and growing up and seeing that. And she was like, "No, they were always so happy. Dad would let us go outside and I would see them out in the field and all the stuff she's saying." But then you interviewed the slaves, right? And they were like, "We were miserable. We were beating for no reason. A lot of us were raped. We had all these different things going on." But in her mind,
they were happy.
But she didn't see some things her parents wouldn't allow her to see. So she automatically thought that this was, they just happy.
What we wanted to do.
Like, why would you be happy being owned? When I say, that's why I really had to take a mental break from all of this, because it got to the point where I would sit there and I would watch documentaries. Black Wall Street, oh my gosh, I got angry, girl. Angry. Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of stuff I did not know. That's how much generation to generation, I think it's very important to share generation to generation what we go through. To teach, in the world, everything. A lot of people like, well, what stays in house stays in, that whole thing. Yeah, no, I need you to speak up, because that's going to stop the curse from keep on going. Exactly. My daughter's not going to have to deal with the things I've dealt with unless she chooses to, because I'm going to share my experience with her. Right. As a woman, I'm going to share these things because I don't want her to repeat it. I'm going to share with my son about not just women, but men and everything else that I encounter, because I need them to know so they don't repeat it. Right. And on top of that, I'm going to not only share, but I'm going to talk to them about how to overcome if something does happen to you. Yeah. How to not even put yourself in that situation where something can happen to you. Educating yourself. I am so thankful and proud that I see so many videos where these Black men, Black women are saying what the code, the rules, the regulations are.
Yeah.
308, whatever it is. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need my ID. I don't have to give you my ID. It's so funny.
Right.
I don't have to. Am I being
You
detained?
know your rights.
Girl,
You learn
I
your
get so
rights.
excited.
Yeah, you're supposed to know your rights. That's one thing.
But a lot of people don't know. And a lot of
Yeah.
people won't know because they don't want to do
The
put it in
work.
the book.
That's why you
They
got
don't,
to take the
you
time
have
to
to.
educate yourself. This is
Yep.
what it's all about. This is what Black
Exactly.
Lives Matters it's all about.
Exactly.
So nobody else can go through this stuff. So you won't be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like as a whole, we're going to continue to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue to. It's not going to stop. I do not see it stopping. As much as people want to deter and come up with other things, like you'll see the whole situation with Will and Jada popping up, and I'm like, okay, she already explained it. I'm done. Let me get back to Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter too.
Right, right.
Like,
Like,
no,
what
let's
else
get
on
back to
Breonna
Breonna
Taylor?
Taylor.
Okay,
Let's
like,
get back to George Floyd. Let's get back to the current situation that we got going on right now
great.
of people being abused. I know people who personally, I have experienced racism. It's out there. My
Mm-hmm.
son, he has experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he was 5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he was the one like, did y'all not hear with me?
Right.
Like, did y'all just not hear? Because in our community, it's I would say it's a mixture, but it's predominantly white community. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So you have people that are bold enough to yell out their car window as they're riding, but you still riding though. Yelling out the N-word past a school bus of predominantly black people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we might have had maybe one Caucasian in her family.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else, and these are kids, these are elementary school students. And the the 2 boys that were in the car were 2 Caucasian boys, and they looked like they might have been in high school. So you are
Of
both,
course.
you still riding now. But my son, when I say he got upset, everybody else is quiet. Like we ignoring it. My son looked at everybody. 5 years old, looked at everybody and said, no matter if he was 7. He looked at everybody like, y'all, he literally pointing at us. Like, y'all didn't hear what he just said?
Mm-hmm.
He's upset. Like, you don't call me no N-word.
I don't want no kid to go through that. Ever. Ever. No kid should have to go through that.
Exactly.
That's the thing. No. Like, it's very frustrating. Like, I don't even want like, oh my gosh,
like,
I would go. Yeah, like I would go through a whole like we'd be here until like 1 o'clock in the morning, probably. Like I will go through a whole thing. Like it's so frustrating that even our kids have to go through this. Like we in 2020.
Yeah.
2020. How long is our history? Like what is
that? The time we was the first. We were the first.
And what do they know? They wrote it in the history books. But how long did we go through that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something that you don't want us to know, or it's something that you don't want us to see, or take control. The thing is,
because
you can make us an alliance, but you don't want to do that. You want to take all control.
Mm-hmm. I think it's has to do a lot with power.
It is power.
It is power. Like you said, wanting to be in control of everything and everybody. And put it this way, when you back somebody up in the corner, don't think that they're not going to come out swinging.
For real.
Don't think that you put it this way, if someone keeps on hitting me, if you think that I'm not going to hit you back, you must have lost your mind.
The truth will come out to the light eventually. We know the truth. We know the truth.
Yes.
It will come out to the light. I'm going to just say that.
Got to cut it.
Sorry. My little brother won't give up the stapler.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go that way.
Sorry for interrupting. My little brother won't give
All
up
right,
the
you still
stapler.
talking though. I need you to go that way and zip it. Thank you. Upstairs, both of y'all. Sorry, Jack. You know.
No, it's fine.
Motherly duty.
It's fine. It's fine.
Go ahead, girl.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Say something again. Hold on.
You hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I had to push.
But now, what do you think, as a people, what we can do now? What is some advice or that you feel like we could be doing? Maybe we aren't doing, or we are doing it already.
People, we can educate our friends. We can educate people that aren't woke as us. I have brought a lot of resources.
Yes.
In case if you need resources for people to bail out. You have the Atlanta Solitary Fund, the Chicago Community Bond Fund, the Columbus Freedom Fund, the Florida Justice Center, the Los Angeles People Center. You have the NAACP. You have the United for Police Reform, Movement for Black Lives, which aims millions of people in service of racial injustice. We have Showing Up for Racial Justice. The Reclaim Organization, the Black Women's Blueprint. You can search that up. The Kids, Boys and Girls. It's a lot of research to search up and see how you can help. Let's see. We have the Southern Poverty Law Center, United Negro College, the Black Lives Matter movement. I said that. And
Say that last one again.
Huh?
Say that last one again.
Colors of Change.
Colors of Change?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of resources that you can find, and definitely educate people, and also educate yourself if you don't know like a lot of things. Is I know, to be honest, I'm like learning at the same time. I don't know. So don't feel ashamed that if you don't know it all.
Yeah.
Educate yourself. That's the point of it. That's the point of the movement.
I agree.
And, we weren't taught, and we weren't grown in an environment where we know a lot, but we've been So, definitely educate yourself. And I wanted to say this too, because I was reading Viola Davis when she was on Vanity Fair magazine.
I absolutely love her.
Yes.
I love her.
It was amazing. So, that was from a black, photographer who directed the magazine. And she was basically saying dark-skinned women being called pretty was like unordinary. And she said when she was younger, I exert my voice because I did not feel worthy of having. And like basically her to stardom was filled with roadblocks of racism and sexism, her insecurities that were fostered by a systematically oppressive and unfair society. And when I read that, it hit home. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
It hit home. And it was really upsetting and something that we still go through to this day. And I want to know that this is what we go through on an everyday basis as one Black woman, as Black people. And that educating yourself and being there for Black people. If you're not Black, this is what we represent, and this is what we need to show people, that we are human.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Crazy to me. That's crazy.
we are human beings. We are love. We are everything positive. We are positive people, and that's all we bring to you. We don't want nothing. We just want to live happy, live life. Let us live.
I agree. So, I know you were talking about Viola Davis, my girl.
I love it.
Lord, I was listening to her interview too. She did a YouTube interview, and I felt like it really didn't it didn't do as much justice as it really should. But I think it had to do with more of the questions that she was being asked, even though she emphasized a lot and did her thing. But you could have dug deep with her, like literally deep, because she's been around for a very long time. And I feel like I've always been a person that when I get around somebody, especially someone older than me, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I just sit there and I'm at your feet like, please tell me everything that you have been through, you have gone through, and I just want to know everything.
Right.
And that's how I am. I've been like that since forever. Mm-hmm. But talking about her, how important is it for someone that is a celebrity to utilize their celebrity influence? Let's speak on that.
So, if you have a platform, you should definitely be speaking about this.
Mm-hmm.
You have followers. You have people who, one, you have finish that don't understand. Two, understand, but waiting for somebody to say something. Three, you have somebody that is who's like, you know what? I need to, but I'm waiting for you to speak on it because I follow you. You give me inspiration. You give me a platform. You give me something that I can definitely follow on. And I need you to say something because I look up to you. Please say something. And if you don't say something, using your platform is very wrong. You're wasting your time as an influencer, as a leader, as a role model. Like, who are you in your career? If you don't use,
I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know we spoke about a couple celebrities.
Yeah.
That are using their voice. That I'm very proud of. That's why I can't stop smiling. And one is definitely Jamie Foxx. I'm just so like I just love it. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Even though he looked like grandpa when he was talking. But he's still fine though. He's still fine, girl. He did. He looked like grandpa. But it's fine. All you gotta do is cut all that off, take that mustache off, take everything he had off. But it's in there.
He's really
he is. Who else was it? I know Tank was there. Who else was there? Let me see. It talked about Tamika Mowry, which she is definitely in the forefront at all times, fighting for justice for everyone, not just one particular person, but for everyone. I got a chance to meet her one time at Sisters in Business, which is something they have every year at the convention. They have an event, and you should actually come next time they have it. I don't know what's going to happen with Corona, but definitely come. But it's called Sisters in Business. I cannot remember the founder's name, but look it up. She does have an Instagram, Sisters in Business.
Oh yeah.
And I met Tamika Mowry there, and Yandy Smith is also another person that is definitely an advocate too. So, but two strong women that in their own right, and knowing basically Tamika Mowry's story, number one, is very important. There you go, Shelly. It's you see it? It's at SIB Expo, Sisters in Business. So check out their Instagram. But when I say it was definitely a great experience because you got around so many women that Jackie, you frozen, but I'm gonna still talk. You got around so many great women that were in business and that were all there to help. Shelly Shell, actually, she's the one that invited me and took me there, which I'm so thankful. Thank you, Shelly. But yes, you have so many people that have a following, that are celebrities, and a lot of them, even the guy from Star Wars, I do not remember his name, but he was out there crying.
Really?
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
He was crying. He was like, I may not have a career after this.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, well, you want to have a career? We're going to make sure you have a career.
For real.
But I think there's a fear for some people because just like we had a conversation before and we talked about how, well, I know I do. When this all started, I would watch a movie and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I saw this one actor and on his page, I was like, let me see if he support Black Lives Matter. Because you know how everybody was putting out the black for their Instagram, their posts.
Black box.
Even though that was on us because we should have actually spoke about it, but we're gonna get back to that later. So when I saw Caucasian Man, I saw because he's action. I love action movies. But once I looked on his page and I saw that he ain't put Black Lives, like he ain't put nothing on there for Black Lives Matter. Don't be wrong, some people don't control their accounts. Mm-hmm. But you still can say something and tell somebody who's controlling your account to put it up there. So I said to myself, I was like, he put nothing on there with Black Lives Matter. I don't think I want to support him no more.
Yeah. Because
I feel like if it's something that you see that's important, you need to speak on it. And I know a lot of times, even when I post stuff, when I first started posting stuff and it pertained to, racism and everything like that, I really got, like, a fear came upon me. Like, if I post this up, I may not get a gig. Right. I may not get this. I may not get that. But then I had to think about it. This is where God comes in. Because I said, you know what? If God has it for me, no man, when I say no man, can take it away. Yeah. So if you don't give me a job, that means there's a door that's open. For so me. Guess what? I can get a better one. Exactly. Them little bit of $100 that you was gonna give me, guess what? I'm gonna get a couple thousand. Thank you. I'm gonna get $1 million contract. Thank you. Because that door closed because you ain't like what I put on social media about Black Lives Matter. I am a Black woman. They're raising Black children. They're gonna get married to a Black man. Right. Girl, a strong Black man. I can't wait. So at the end of the day, I'm going to support. I'm going to do as much as I can in my power to be there. If that means that somebody hits me up and says, okay, well, we need extra money for this funds. If it's within my power to donate, help out in any way, I am there. Mm-hmm. Because it's all about us not uniting for what's right at the end of the day. Right. We have to. Because if not, we will continue to do the same thing over and over again. And we even discussed about creating businesses, creating more Black-owned businesses. And don't be wrong, there is a lot out there that we don't know about, which is crazy. But that was my rant. That was it. That was perfect.
Legit. That's exactly what needed to be said.
So, going into Black-owned businesses, do you have anything that you want to say pertaining to that because we're about to get into the movie. That so go ahead.
Businesses, which I think is a perfect subject pertaining to what's going on nowadays. To be more of own, especially with the whole you saw the Nick Cannon stuff and stuff like that. Like having its own network that like more. Why is it one? Is it only two?
Yeah, Tyler Perry. I know he got his thing. I'm so proud. I am so proud. Go ahead, Jackie.
Let it be more.
Yes.
Let it be the actual Black owned where not even I can't wait for that, and I feel that it's going to happen.
It is.
I feel it's going to happen.
It is.
So that's all I got.
I love when I go into a neighborhood when there's big houses and I see Black people in them. I get so excited because I'm like, that's gonna be me one day too. It's important for just like as models, it's important for us to show us as a Black female model, fashion model, to put that in the forefront. So our children, our Black girls are seeing that and saying, and also being respectful.
Yeah.
Number one, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to see that because at the end of the day, I want my daughters, I want her friends, I want them to be able to see that that's where they can be.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, a lot of people, that's funny that you said that because a lot of people like, I don't want to be a role model, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want children to be something that I don't want to see. So I'll try to be the best that I can be. Perfectly okay. And anything that we do, only the creator. Same. We're in a generation that we want generation to become something even better. So I'm glad that you said that. So
Well, let's get into Jenny.
Jenny.
Because we don't have a lot of time left, and I want to make sure that we share. We get to that before we're done. All right, lady, explain and share with us. I know you can't give all the details.
I can only say a bit. So, Jenny is based off a girl named Jenny who she moved to the city. Where, she basically comes into a relationship where the guy seems that at the end of the day he what? He's not really good.
Okay.
He's not guy. But at the same time, she's not that good as well. You don't know what she is. So I wouldn't say she's not that good. I would say you don't know what she is. So I'm going to leave it at that.
So who is creating the film? And again, when are y'all going to be shooting?
So it's the producer, Black De Niro.
We know Black De Niro.
He's amazing. Oh my gosh, he's most genuine artist producer I ever met. He's awesome. But so hopefully film starts the 31st, but during this pandemic it's kind of iffy. But it will hopefully air in 2021.
Okay. And let me tell you, like, to emphasize on Black De Niro. First of all, y'all, he already got his movie Backfire on Netflix. I have seen it. It is good. I have watched it multiple times, and I've had my friends watch it, and everyone said the same thing. And even when he actually gave the movie to me on DVD, that's how I watched it the first time, before I even got to Netflix.
Yeah.
And when I watched it, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "This movie can be on Netflix."
Yeah.
Backfire, y'all. Go on Netflix and watch it. So when I saw it the first time, then of course I'm going to support. So when I go, and it wasn't like I ain't have a problem watching it again. So watch it again on Netflix a couple times. So, but definitely support. Go on Netflix. Check out Black De Niro's movie Backfire. His brother plays co-stars in it as well. His daughter co-stars in it as well. You know, so many amazing actors and actresses. So I can only imagine how Jenny's going to turn out.
Yeah,
if we wind up seeing this beautiful woman Jackie on Netflix because of it, then we know why. But yes, I am so proud of you. I know that you have been working, busting your behind, working hard. And to be honest, that's what we do as women, as Black women.
Yeah.
There is no we don't take breaks. It's rare. It's like it's in us to just keep going. But thank you so much, girl.
Thank you for
coming on to When Models Talk. And I want you to share your IG information and where they can find you.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook, which Jackie Watkins, JACKWATKINS, and on Instagram that you're on now is for JCW.
Say it again one more time, because we couldn't hear you.
On IG, so beautiful _ JCW.
Beautiful _ JCW.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jackie, for coming on. And until next time, I'm going to try to figure out some type of Zoom or whatever it is.
Yeah, let me know.
We can do with like a group of us, like having like a little panel.
I will have like a legit a stand where it could stay still. You know what I mean?
Look, this is what you do. You go to Walmart. You get I'm telling you, I got the $30-something stand. Write it off on your taxes and expenses. I'm just saying.
Like, like next time you call me, I'm like, you know what? I got that stand.
Girl. And you know Walmart returns, so if it breaks and something happens to it, guess what? Take it back and get a new one. I'm just saying. All right, lady. Have a good night. Thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning in, checking us out on When Models Talk. Have a blessed night. Thank you. Bye.